sense of identity.
All right. So,
Okay, but
this is episode 18.
this is eating while standing.
This is eating
Okay.
while standing.
It's eating while
You know
standing.
what I'm saying?
That's what this is.
We'll
This
see if
is.
this turns into a full episode.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It may just be
We'll
a
see.
video.
We'll see.
So today we're going to talk
knows?
about food critics and how they are good and bad in our lives. I mean, we've came across, how we've dealt with them.
I'm not gonna lie. I have not really had a lot of
interactions
with food critics necessarily, but I've definitely had interactions with influencers, if you want to call them the same thing.
I mean, isn't that what a food critic technically is? They're just
Kind of.
It's a modern day food critic.
You
But,
can be an influencer and a critic,
Yeah.
but many people are just influencers, and that's
Yeah.
not a real job.
Not
That's
really.
not really.
But
like-
what is a critic though? A critic is just an influencer. All they're doing, it's just different job
No,
titles.
you're right. I think the food critics were the first influencers, really.
Yeah,
Put the work,
yeah.
but they were
Yeah.
like the
work in.
precursor.
because they would be influencing you whether to go to this restaurant or not go to this restaurant.
Damn it! I touched my face. I'm sorry. We have a rule right now.
damn it.
Every time
Oh, yeah.
you touch your face, you have to drink. Damn it!
Yeah, we like to play this fun game right here.
This was my ADD thing.
Spin this
but,
and we'll see
You're
what
putting
it
the
says.
hat on. You're
It
doing that.
says to things found in a bathroom, toilet paper.
My butt.
Plunger.
Your butt's not. I mean, it's
You find it in there.
occupies-
You
yeah.
can find it in there.
If I went and checked right now, would I find that ass?
no. You
If I
wouldn't.
follow you.
No, you would have to be there first to find it, because then it's not a discovery if you come in behind it. That's
Hey,
another
look! If I
Christopher
throw something,
Columbus.
if I walk into the bathroom, turn off the light, and throw a fucking
a
dildo
flash
in there,
grenade.
and then all of a sudden I turn the light back on, are you gonna find a dildo in the bathroom?
Is this the realization that if you weren't clenching, your
that's
ass
what
would
I
just fall
thought.
out?
That's true. Anyways, we're talking about food critics today. How we've
Oh,
met them,
yeah.
how they are. So basically, they are influencers. What the fuck is going on with your hat, bro?
Stop. You're getting
Why
distracted,
do you
man.
look
You're
like
getting off
Ernest
topic.
from Ernest Scared Stupid and shit like
Focus.
that?
Focus. Oh my God, you do.
You do, bro.
You actually
What
fucking
was his
do.
name? Yes.
Oh,
yes.
oh my God!
You
I
look like
can't
you're
see
on
it.
like Ernest's Halloween special right now, bro. By the way, that's a movie reference from the 90s in case you guys don't know who that Ernest guy
What
is.
did Ernest
I don't
sound
know
like?
his last name. Do you know Ernest's last name? Do you remember?
I can't remember
either.
Oh God, why can't I remember? I used to love those movies.
Ernest Scared Stupid. I know
Ernest
Ernest,
Scared
goes to
Stupid
jail.
was one of my favorite. Ernest
My
Goes to Camp
fave.
was another
Go to
one.
Camp.
That was the great one
Yeah.
because the head he always had his turtle and everything like that. And he
Yes.
was when he tried to sharpen
Yeah,
his
what the
knife,
fuck
and he
was
just
his name?
licked
Yeah,
the
there's the
stone.
movie right there.
I think I've
There
seen
he is.
this.
That's
Yeah.
him. Look, there he
Yeah,
is.
I've seen
There
Ernest.
he is, right there. Are
You
you
got
like?
the hat and everything.
Hey, oh, there you go. Yep. Yeah, you got the hat. That's the fucking hat. It's the fucking hat, bro. There's the fucking hat right
Just
there.
as frumpy and everything.
Ernest saves Christmas.
Yeah,
Ernest goes to
Saves
camp.
Christmas.
Ernest goes to school. Ernest goes to Africa. What the fuck? That looks racist as fuck.
We
Ernest.
immediately went off topic. This was so
Immediately.
fast.
So fast. so fast. There's this. It's greatest hits, volume 2.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
There's a volume 1 and 2 apparently.
I loved Ernest.
What was
man.
his fucking last name
Scared
though?
Shrekless. What?
What was his last name?
Yeah, what was Ernest's last name?
Jim Varney. That's his name.
Oh, Jim Varney. That's
Varney
his
was
actual
was
real
the actor's
name.
name. I want to know what Ernest, his character,
Yeah, his characters. What's
was,
his last name?
his last name.
Because he had a
was.
last name. They did mention it from time to time.
Yeah.
Anyways, this episode's about food critics, but we'll get a little nostalgic right here because of.
Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Is he just like Shared? Does he just have a first name?
Yeah, I don't.
His character never had a last name.
Oh, the most reputable site. Rotten
Ernest, no. They said
Tomato.
Ernest P. something.
Ernest P. Worrell.
Yes.
Worrell?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was Ernest P.
Is-
Worrell,
yes,
I think.
Yes, I just saw like right before you clicked off of this screen. Like right there.
Yeah, I can't see what you're pointing at, but I'll take your word at it.
Dun, 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 dun. Is it Ernest P. Worrell? I told you.
Ernest P. Worrell.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know that I knew that he
I think he
mentioned
passed
it.
away too. I think that's sad.
Yeah, he did. Not too long ago, though, right?
Now I'm sad again.
And it
I
got
know.
terrible ratings.
I don't care.
Fuck,
It's
see,
the fucking
that's what the fuck we're talking about.
Fuck Rotten
critics,
Tomatoes.
bro.
Critics.
Fuck critics.
critics. Not all. I mean, yes,
Not all of them. But, okay,
all of
yes,
them.
Actually,
No.
I'm sorry. Like you make your
Yes.
living basically off of like one isolated
Yes,
experience.
about your
and it's
fucking
like,
opinion.
Everything's about you, and I'm sorry, but sometimes you're a
not.
bad customer.
Yes, yes, yes. So, food critics. what qualifies you to be a food critic? Who's the oldest food critic? What was it? Started in Greek.
It was
There were
Greek.
poets?
Greek.
An ancient Greek
According
poets?
to the GPT,
yes.
where did we start? Right
Food
up here.
criticism
Yeah.
and food writing date back centuries.
Is
What was it?
Architarius.
Fourth
Architarius, ancient Greek poet, philosopher.
All right.
As you know, that was a job title back then, and it means what it means
Yeah.
today: homeless
Shut
or unemployed.
right.
Oh
A
God,
disappointment
My
to your mom and
dream.
dad.
that's exactly
Right.
why we all make fun of you when you go
Yes.
to college for philosophy.
Yes.
I think. I mean, that's what I don't think of much at all. So
Yeah.
that's not true. I figured that out. It's not that I don't think. My brain works in like background mode. If I actively think of something and then stop thinking, I will figure out what it is I was trying to like come to a conclusion to later down the line. My brain will be like, I think we're done processing. Here.
It's like LimeWire back in the day. We're done downloading.
I just don't have
Wow.
to think of
For
it
2
actively.
days to
And if I
download?
put all the I put that thinking in the background, and it does it in the rest of my brain.
You
It's
you get to just let it just like process.
all those voices. They sit in the back room, and then the hallway up front is empty.
That's
And
not
then
fair.
Oh, hell
they'll
no.
like throw a note out, like we figured it out. Here. Oh, nice, thank you. Yeah,
It's like prison notes, like kites in prison, when they tie a piece of toilet paper to a string and just throw it out the prison cell.
See,
like
now,
everything we do here, all of a sudden it'll just be like, oh, yeah, it's a
All
good
right.
idea.
I am so
So-
jealous of you right now because
Yeah.
mine is there is no back room. It's just a
No.
bunch of people and they don't like each other in there.
Yeah.
They're just arguing the entire fucking time.
Mine are like
so they never
inmates running
solve a
the
problem.
prison. Yeah.
I gave everyone
Mine
their
are
own
like
condo.
if inmates ran a prison and there was no guards at all. It's just the inmates. Like if you just got a housing or
That experiment did
Yeah.
not run well.
yeah, it did not. It did not. Yeah.
But okay, so yes, the first food critic was a Greek philosopher,
Greeks. They're very judgmental people, so yeah.
and it was ancient Greek, right? This
Yeah.
is before tomatoes.
Fourth century BCE. So it was before Jesus even came.
Oh my goodness, they were judging food back then.
They were
Right.
judging Jesus.
They were judgy.
they, I wonder, can you go to hell for judging food too harshly?
They
Can
should.
you,
Well, I don't know because they had.
You go
like,
to
Greek gods and
hell
stuff.
for-
Was
did
there
you
a
just spell
Greek
Yu-Gi-Oh?
god?
Like, what did you just?
Can you
Just spell
Yu-Gi-Oh your way
Yu-Gi-Oh?
into the shadow realm?
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, we asked if Brad Pitt could be.
No, it's not considered a min or morally wrong to judge food harshly or critically. So definitively.
Yeah, it's a
there you
matter
go.
of personal fucking taste. So how do
Personal
these food
taste.
critics even get a job,
Can
bro?
you go?
How?
I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. It's personal fucking taste. So what the fuck gives you the credibility to judge my food? And you're gonna come in on a Friday night when I'm busy? That's not even fair. Why don't you come in on a Tuesday when I have time to make your dish perfect and there's no mistakes? And I don't have the seafood allergy before you dealing with that. And then you come in right behind the seafood allergy and the tomato allergy and the lactose allergy and this fucking gluten allergy, motherfucker. And then I have the MSG person. Oh, do you have MSG in your fucking food? And then you want to criticize me. I'm back there on fucking
MSG just makes food taste better.
way better.
Yeah, it does.
I'm a huge supporter of MSG.
I've never understood. Is it just like a sodium thing people are mad at, or
People,
yeah.
there was it was one of those like crazy theories that popped up. Everybody thought it was, oh, it's doing me cancer. Oh my god, I have a tumor from MSG. It's like, no, that was the cigarettes, Karen.
Yeah,
Shut
right.
up.
That was your bad
Uh,
life choices, Karen.
Yeah, that was hey, I'm
Right.
with you though. I still smoke.
Me too.
I thought it was MGS
Class.
for a long time.
MGS.
Yeah,
Sounds like a rapper from the
it's like,
Northwest
dude, there's Metal
Pacific.
Gear Solid in this food.
it's Machine Gun Sarah.
I know, right?
But no, like, so I just don't get it. Like, food critics, the reason why they irritate me in a way is because, again, like, I haven't had many interactions with, I don't know what you're
I
doing,
don't
Ernest,
know
over
either.
there. But
Ernest does hip hop. Ernest's hip
I
hop
do
video.
the hippity hop. I've always. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Please continue.
exactly.
He did grow up with it. He did.
So the
know,
hip,
this is amazing.
hop, hippity the hoppity the
It's the
hip hip hop.
2023
don't
Ernest.
stop
He's
the
doing
butt,
the character.
he's
He's
doing
doing
the
the
up the butt,
I want to put you in a dress right now.
Right?
What?
You said what?
He just immediately stopped. Motherfucker, what?
Yes. Fuck.
But no, like, okay, so because I haven't had many interactions with like critics themselves. So I don't really like, I don't even know how much of that still exists because you have to have so much of a following. I think they got kind of replaced by these influencers.
With Instagram and all that shit.
Instagram and with like, the TikToks, all that kind of stuff, YouTube especially, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Now you have vloggers, bloggers, bloggers, foggers. I don't know, like fuckers. That's what I like to call them.
Yeah.
Bloggers are cool.
I'm sure there's people out there that are criticizing us or who are gonna criticize us.
Noggers?
And like, I think this kind of comes along with it. But like, when do you decide in your life that you're just gonna criticize people?
Well,
and again,
you must have a very
terrible
strong
job titlement. Also, food critic. Why couldn't they be food positive word? What's the opposite of a critic?
You can have positive criticism.
Yeah, I know you can. Yeah,
right.
I don't know.
You have constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism, but it doesn't. I think even that still has a negative tone behind it.
Well, because it's criticism.
Constructive criticism. Like, you're not perfect, but here's what you could do to be better.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you. What do you mean?
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, it's constructive.
Hey,
you're telling me what I can do to be better.
Sometimes it is
what I've already done right.
Sometimes it can be good.
I appreciate constructive criticism, but at the same time, like, still criticism. So what's the opposite word for criticism? Chat GBT that shit.
What's the opposite of criticism?
Yeah.
You sure you want him to type?
I don't know.
Opposite
See?
word for criticism.
There you go.
Christialism.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just praise.
What is
Which
it?
is often praise.
Yeah, it's praise. That's what I was.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
I knew there was an opposite way. How come they're not called food criticism?
What?
How the fuck? Criticism.
That's how you spell criticism.
Oh, that is. So food criticism. What? So
you couldn't read criticism.
I gotcha.
It says Christism.
Where do you think the word critic comes from?
Yeah, well, I knew there had to be an opposite fucking word. So critic and criticism.
Criticism? What is criticism?
I thought you pronounce it different. I guess you don't. I guess criticism and
I done got into Christicitis.
praise, hallelujah.
Oh my God. No, they're called critics because that's the point, is criticism. Their whole job is to walk into your place and criticize it and to basically scrutinize. They can either praise you and be like, you did a great job.
Yes.
I love everything about what you've done, except for the fork. You could get better forks. I don't like your forks. Fuck you.
But again, that's a personal fucking opinion, though.
But that's exactly it. Like,
it is.
And so it's like, again, this goes back to like the herd mentality of humanity.
It does.
Because now it's just like, okay, this person believes this. So they have to know what they're talking about, right? Look at all their credentials.
Right?
What credentials?
Look at all the followers
just have
they
an
have.
opinion. I don't know where their credentials coming from. That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Yeah.
But
because there's no real qualifications to have that job. Like, I can wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm a food critic now.
yeah.
I'm just going to put that on my LinkedIn bio. I'm a food critic.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is going to who's going to say that I'm not?
No, it's exactly.
How dare you
like,
not
I
say
could
I'm
update my fucking Facebook right now. I'm
Right now.
going to update my Facebook and I'm going to become a food
Status.
critic right now.
Right now.
And you know what? You better stop listening to my fucking opinions.
Right? Because my opinion
That's the great thing
matters.
about the internet. You don't have to listen to nobody.
Well, I mean,
Oh, no. Ernest lost his hat.
said nobody.
Ernest lost his hat. Oh, shit.
But I don't get that because like the qualifications aren't really existent until
No,
it's all about how many people follow you. You
Okay,
need the
so
audience.
the opposite of a critic is typically referred to it as an admirer. So why didn't we start that trend? Why don't we have food admirers?
You do. They're called foodies.
No, because
The people that enjoy food are too busy eating delicious food.
Yeah. Because think about it, there are definitely
There
people
are
that have made
foodies.
they're
Yeah.
like foodies who make their entire
Yeah.
living not out of critiquing and trying to basically
But
badmouth
just-
somebody, but they'll go online and they'll brag about a place
Yeah.
they've been to and just keep
Yeah.
talking about it.
Huh.
And so there are people out there that do that.
Yeah. I like those people.
Yeah, those people are cool.
We need more of those people. Admirers. I like that though. I like food admirers.
yeah.
I'm gonna call myself a food admirer then. I don't want to be a food critic. I'm gonna be a food admirer.
And it feels like there's way less of those because is a health inspector a critic?
No.
No, not at all.
No. They're
Because
not
they're
judging
criticizing
the
the way
all.
you operate.
No,
Yeah,
they are subject
Yeah.
to a set of rules. They are not about opinion.
Yeah.
They are
True. It is
subject
not
to an
opinion.
actual structure.
Yes.
I don't know why I just vogued.
They're like a kitchen evaluation.
a
set of rules.
A set of rules.
I touched my face. Fuck.
Oh
Who
God!
made this dumbass rule up?
Oh, I wonder. Anyways, but yeah, it was him. It was him.
It was me.
It was him. He did it. Wait, what if I touch your face?
That's not touching my face.
There you go. If you have a scratch, let me know. We'll work
Gotcha.
together.
We'll work
We'll work together. This is
Right?
what friendship is, okay?
Thank you. Now you're embracing the word
Yes,
friendship.
I'm so sorry. I
All
love
of a
you,
sudden,
man.
he wants to embrace that word. I was trying to be a friend person earlier. A
But
friend person.
a friend person.
I can't
First is
eat
criticism,
friendship.
and now it's friend person.
They're all legit.
You know what?
Look
You're
it
not
up.
wrong.
Spell criticism.
We
and
did.
You'll see.
We did.
Credis.
Anyway, we're getting again.
We
We keep fucking venturing off.
Criticism. See, that's how he spells it now. Now he even spelled it wrong too. There's a T in
Damn
there.
it! I think that
Not a
counts.
D.
But
It's not crudism.
so like I said, I think food critics are kind of like disappearing though in a way because I haven't like I said, a lot of the times I don't see food critics or even hear about food critics. What I hear about are the influencers, and these people are constantly walking in. I think pages like Yelp basically turning everybody and their fucking sister into a fucking food critic themselves.
Oh my fucking god! Yes.
Like that is. I think that kind of killed that job because now everybody can just go on Yelp and be like,
Yeah,
I know my
I had
opinion.
a terrible experience there. The service took this line, took that long, and it did this and they did that. I mean,
I almost did it. I almost touched it. I got a scratch right there next to my left
That
eye.
is a pretty good rule, though. Gotta start touching our faces.
There we go. There we go. That was teamwork.
as teamwork.
Yeah.
So in the same
Can
way,
we just get like a
brothers.
rainbow of us doing this with like a rainbow and it says friendship?
if you hold it up there just long enough, or I'll have to freeze frame it, but I can work on that.
There we go.
All right. All right, moving on.
I mean, the
Yeah,
idea,
Yelp has made kind of like, but they still exist, I guess. Like these food critics, these influencers, but like
Yeah.
Yelp is a keyboard warrior place to type. Like
yeah.
it gives a place for people to not voice their opinion no longer in the restaurant, but wait till they get home and they're even more angry and they want to talk shit about the restaurant or give praise about the restaurant. It's a slippery slope about that one.
Yeah.
Because some Yelp reviews you gotta kind of believe. I mean, I am guilty of if I'm trying a new restaurant out, I will go read the Yelp reviews. Now I won't believe them all, but I'll read them, and you will know kind of what you're expected and what you're not expected, or especially if you get enough of them. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, but that's like an Amazon review. You know, I read all the Amazon reviews before I
I'm
buy a
looking at
product.
you,
Also,
Chris.
you know,
You need someone to set a standard, right? So the idea that if you make something a single way, you just make a fried egg and you make it all over the country, all over the world, you would ideally, I guess, a critic
let your
would go
face
in.
take a drink.
Damn it! Would
That
have
was twice.
They would make a.
That's why I've
baseline.
been staring at you so dead set. It's because you wouldn't stop touching your face.
You make a baseline.
Yeah.
Also, you find. God damn it! Well, now I'm out.
That's cool. I got some.
See, friends, we're sharing.
But as an individual, if you really love French food, and
Yeah.
you find someone that is familiar with French food and they're a French food critique, you might listen to their opinion more
Okay.
closely.
That's
Okay.
okay. That's a little bit fair. That's fair.
So if not everyone's views align, but finding someone that you gravitate someone that does have the same view,
Yeah.
then you have someone where you can
It's
trust
kind of
their
like,
opinion to mirror your own taste.
yeah. It's
that
kind of
way.
like the same way. It's like there are definitely like online like chefs and things like that we follow that we like. And so it's like if they were to cook something and if they were to brag about somebody or do something like that, I take their opinion seriously because
Yeah.
I respect their
Yeah.
opinion
Yeah.
because it aligns with what I respect about them. Like as a cook, I've seen you cook. I
Guy
like what
Fieri.
you do. I like all that kind of stuff. So it's like when they
DDD.
tell me something, I'm probably going to be listening.
Yeah. Guy Fieri on DDDs. I mean, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain. That's what he was doing. You know?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan. That's what he's doing. He's a food critic. He likes elk.
You like elk? Yeah, elk ain't actually that bad. I do like elk.
I've never had elk. I don't think I have, at least. I'm trying to
No.
think. I've had bison and all that like that. I want elk. I do want to try elk.
Elk ain't bad.
Yeah, nice.
What happened?
I just nothing. It's all working. It just
It's going wibbly wobbly.
I had a whole thing going apparently that I didn't mean to have on, but it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
but
all working.
I, as you guys were talking about that, I started thinking to myself, like, why are there not more chef food critics? And I
Yeah.
think that should be a qualification of a food critic.
To be a chef.
To be a chef or at least work in the restaurant
have
industry.
some kind of
Experience.
I don't
culinary
think
background.
that you should just be a guest at a customer all the time in order to be a critic, you know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, okay. But then again, you got like these kids that are 19, 20 years old, and hey, grab me one too, Curtis. That are like, they think that they could be critics. Like, you haven't lived fucking long enough, you know? Like, you just got out of your mama's house 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden you're on Instagram being like, the spaghetti and meatballs at da-da-da restaurant was the worst I've ever had. And it's like, well, I mean, it's the worst you've ever had because you've only been alive 19 years, bitch. Give it a few more years. You're going to have another, you'll have another terrible,
worse.
you'll have
Have worse.
You'll have another
You might
terrible,
make worse.
give it time. Give it time. So it's kind of harsh to say that it was the worst that you've ever had when you're that young. That should be another qualification. You can't be a food critic until you're above the age of 35. Almost like a presidential fucking candidate, you know?
Your
I
taste
don't
buds
know.
do change. Your taste buds do change over time.
That's
so
true too. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good,
no,
maybe
that's
good
another
point.
thing.
Or maybe that's a thing. Maybe
Yeah.
12-year-olds can criticize food for other 12. These Dino Nuggies over here at Walmart. Nah, that ain't
yeah,
it. You got to
yeah.
get them Kroger Dino Nuggies.
Yeah.
Gotta get the
Them the
Kroger
good
ones.
ones.
Yeah.
You better ask my
better talk to your
Giovanni
mama
that
right
shit.
now.
Maybe that's the.
Gotta get the Kroger.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about.
My mom shops at Whole Foods. Yeah, them Dino Nuggies not even made of meat.
Dino Nuggets vegan.
They're not even real dinosaur.
Plant-based dino nuggets over.
Man.
Yeah. So I think that's fair. Like to have people have specific. I think having somebody with a culinary background or at least something in the industry
Yeah.
to where you actually feel like
We need
I
to
can
put
respect
more
your opinion
regulations on
because
this,
at
yes.
that point, like I would respect your opinion. But if you're just like, I'm a professional customer.
Right? What the fuck did you just say to me?
It's like
A professional customer?
I think
we all
shouldn't
are
have to pay
professional
for this
customers.
meal because I'm going to tell people about your place.
A customer can absolutely criticize things like
I'm going to be a toilet
service.
paper critic.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
get that. That's a people thing. It's a people thing from our end, from their end. You know, how quickly is someone like, as a bartender, I should, if someone comes to the bar, I should indicate like, hey, I see you. I'm going to get to you, but I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know I'm not going to just pass you by. It's like, I see you. I got you. I'm going to get there. Stuff like that. How fast did you make the drink? How long did I spend talking to someone else after you walked up? I want to respect the time of the person I'm talking to, but I'm only going to give them like 30 seconds to a minute at most, depending on how busy we are, before I switch my attention. Because you are also important. So, you know, stuff like that from a service perspective.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the biggest point is like those guests that come in and they're like, oh, it took the server X amount of minutes to get to me. That person has never worked in a fucking restaurant and they have no idea what was going on at that point in time. It was just bad timing. Sorry for you. But I had the allergy person I was dealing with. I had the drunk alcoholic that I was dealing with. I had a angry manager. I had a hungover chef that I was dealing with. There were so many factors that person was dealing with that did not allow that server or bartender to get to you in a timely fucking manner. But you want to go on fucking Yelp and be like, it took the server 10 minutes to get to us. It's like, yes, bitch, because there was a lot of fucking shit going on that you didn't know nothing about. But they're going to put that review on Yelp, and then the next person that's going to go on a restaurant and like read it, like, oh, the service is terrible. And like, that's not fair to that restaurant. That is
Preach it,
not
baby.
fucking
Preach
fair.
it.
I will. Because it's not fucking fair, bro. Like, it's not fair for these keyboard warriors to fucking go on there and criticize their opinion, their moments, their experience. You should be able to go on there and say what had happened. Hey, it took the server a little longer, But like, don't be like,
Yeah.
this is the worst restaurant. Don't ever come here. Don't ever eat here. Like, that's your fucking opinion. And I guess you're entitled to your opinion.
Everyone's
And-
entitled to their opinion.
Absolutely. That's why I just don't trust
Everyone's
nobody's
just
opinion.
entitled.
That's my thing. Is like if
Fuck
it's not consistent with everything else. I don't want people to feel like they can't have that opinion. They you can't have a complaint. You should have the ability to complain. If you're
Yes.
getting absolutely terrible service, if your food's terrible, complain. Let them know.
Yes,
Because then they can fix
Give them
whatever
a
they
chance.
can. Or
Give that restaurant
Yeah.
a chance to fix it.
and then you go home. If it happens again, then yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind somebody if it's
Then
like
you know.
multiple times having terrible experiences, coming back home, leaving a review somewhere saying, "Hey, look, I've tried your place this many
Yep.
times. This is the problems I've been
There you
having,
go. Also,
and
yes.
I don't think I'm going to return. I'm leaving this review because this is consistent."
That is true. I wonder how many times you have to try a restaurant before you can write a review. That should be a standard also. You shouldn't be able to go there one time, try a restaurant, and write an opinion. It has to be your fifth time or third time, three times. Because I am a firm believer in that. I will give every restaurant 3 chances before I make a decision whether I'll go back or I won't go back.
Yeah.
Because there's been restaurants I've been to, and the first time I went there, oh my God, just either terrible food, terrible service. I mean, a list of things that were just like, it wasn't very good. But I will never say that I won't go back to that restaurant based on the first experience. I will always give it a second try. Because most of the time on the second try, like I go back and I was like, damn it, the food was so fucking good this time.
Yeah.
Why was it so good this time? And then I'll go back a third time and it's either in the middle or it's still just as good. Or it's on the low end and I'm like, okay, it's just as same as the first time.
Because
And
then
again,
you know they have a
you got
staffing
to
issue.
build that relationship with it, you know? There should
Yeah.
be like a standard that these food critics have to go to this restaurant so many times before they can even write an article. You can't tell me that you're going to go to a restaurant and your first experience is going to be your best experience or your worst experience, because that is not true. I've had too
Yeah.
many experiences at restaurants where the first time was excellent, the second time was mediocre, the third time, mediocre, fourth time, wow, okay, back on game again, amazing again. Because shit
Yeah.
happens, man.
Shit
Like,
happens.
Shit happens,
Like Curtis could be having a bad day and he could assault you
Yes.
in a bottle.
right? He
I
just broke
rarely
up with his
work-
girlfriend. He's going through a divorce. You don't know. He had a miscarriage, lost a
not.
baby.
He's not.
None of these things are
None of
happening.
these things
No,
happen.
But like, take
Curtis
into
is doing well.
facts.
well.
All
Doing
these
fine.
things can fucking happen, bro. Curtis just found out he has cancer. We don't know.
Why are you putting that evil out there, man?
I'm not saying that,
Why are
but
you
you don't
doing
know.
this?
You don't know what the fuck's going on in
Make
somebody's
up
life, and
somebody.
you're out
Don't,
there.
don't
Yeah.
put this evil
I
out
would-
on him.
You
No.
said Curtis first, bro. I was just going with the flow.
I can't afford to go to the
Right.
get a checkup.
Can't afford to get the big C. Yeah, fuck that shit.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
It always happens.
I saw that happening too. I can do that too, though.
God damn it! I touched my face. But yeah, I am in complete agreement. There needs to be some kind of way of regulating this.
Standards.
And standards, yes. And a lot of these review sites do have a lot of options for you, though. So it's like you can report bad reviews. You can
really,
you
Yelp
can
has
respond.
no standards at all.
Oh no, I've had reviews taken off of Yelp.
You can do it, but it's like, imagine the Better Business Bureau. Yelp is like the forum for the
Yeah.
BB. God damn it!
This is a good role.
I know you did good.
Did good.
Did good, kid.
I got some.
Thanks, coach.
So what? I get like 2 beers in me, and I'm ready to I want to stand behind that bar. I'll get my camera up there. Y'all chill over here. We'll move the table so y'all can look at me.
Hey, are we making margaritas?
God
I'll
damn
fuck it. I'll start making.
Stop it with the margaritas.
Why?
Because you just say it
Margaritas.
nonstop.
A lot of people
margaritas.
hate margaritas. I have found that out. I love a margarita.
Margaritas. Margaritas.
You're technically touching your face. And even though you're
Technicality.
all like this, technicality.
Margaritas. Okay, we got to edit that out because that was a lot of dead air just for the sake,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
for a lot of beat.
Damn, I wanna touch my face.
But okay,
That'll be the beat I put the margaritas
Oh,
over to.
there you go.
There you
But okay, so if like these sites, you can actually do that. Like Yelp, I've actually had them removed. You can flag them, especially if you have evidence and all this kind of stuff. If you have ways to talk, and if somebody's complaining about things, like my favorite one that I ever seen somebody get removed was actually because they replied and they actually had enough evidence. And they didn't really like it was like it got removed eventually, but like the owner came back at them so hard with video and everything because they were complaining about how the food was cold and how the service was terrible, all this kind of stuff. And they explained it out. They were like, "Sorry, ma'am, we are not held responsible for the fact that after you sat down, you spent the first 30 minutes taking pictures with your friends.
Oh my God, yes.
And then afterwards, you finally ordered, your food came out, and you then spent the next 15 to 20 minutes taking photos of your food.
Yeah.
And then after that, you decided to complain to everybody and to the staff that it was cold. And then we, knowing that we had placed the food down at that time, refused to give you your refund and refused to try to make you more food because this was not our responsibility.
She took before and after photos of the food when it was hot.
Yeah.
And when it was cold.
As it got colder.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And-
fuck you for that.
Oh, I've had people come into restaurants in the past just to take pictures
Oh, yeah.
and then send food back.
yeah.
And be like, oh, you know what? Actually, we're not hungry. We're going to leave. They just to be like, oh, look what I got. Like, they would like pose with the food and take pictures
This is
of
my
it.
problem with influencers. They need to fucking...
Yeah.
Somebody needs to put this to
This
an
is
end.
the bad part of Instagram.
Fuck you.
Yes.
And no, well, Instagram and every platform that does that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but it's, dude,
Yeah.
stop. It's like going to a concert and doing nothing for like 30 minutes, but taking photos like, look, I was here. It's like, I don't.
And then leaving. Like,
Get
you're
the-
fake. You're false. Your entire existence is a made-up story about
Yeah.
bullshit, and you made it your entire personality.
What do the kids say nowadays? They just need clout. And what's it called? Clout? Oh, I just had clout.
Clout? No, what are you trying to clout
I don't
with?
fucking know, bro.
What are you trying to get from this?
I don't fucking
I don't
know.
understand.
I don't get it.
I don't understand. What is happening, Grandpa? I wasn't there on D-Day taking pictures on the beach and then going home.
So do we
God damn it.
Which is what I
do
imagine
we
that's what my
have
grandpa would have
an
said.
opinion whether food critics or influencers are they needed?
I think it's
I
a
think-
necessary evil.
I think
Really?
there is. I do.
I think they are not needed at all.
No, I think it's actually kind of necessary because it's promotion, right?
Promotion's one, yeah, absolutely.
It could be promotion, but what if it's not? What if it's a demotion? What if all they're doing is criticizing you?
They're gonna have a negative, but imagine
Then that is a negative impact on your business, especially if somebody actually believes it. Like you have one of those like influencers or food critics that are like very popular, and they go and they have a bad experience, or they just didn't like the food because again, it's a personal
Or their
opinion.
bad experience was just them not getting free
Yes.
food.
yeah, they
Yes.
didn't get what they wanted out of it, so now they're gonna
Yes.
shit talk you.
So
Yeah.
now that is a demotion of that
Fuck
restaurant,
you.
even though that restaurant to all their regular guests is amazing,
Oh, yeah.
perfect. They have their followers and their unfollowers.
Yeah.
I think it's always going to be like that with anything in culture, with anything in society. We're always going to have our likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
So why do we need somebody to tell me what they like and what they don't like? I don't see a fucking reason for another human to tell me what they like and they don't like. I don't give a fuck what you like and what you don't. I don't.
That's how people work.
I'm going to go out and I'm going to try the restaurant for myself.
They wouldn't still
I'm going to
be able
like it.
do
I'm going to
this.
not like it.
Well, here's the thing.
There are people out
Would-
there that just want to know. They want to see. They want to know.
Then go out and experience it.
I don't
That's like
understand
me
it
saying
either.
like there's a hiking critic. He's going to go on all these fucking hiking trails. He's going to tell me which hiking trails he liked and what hiking trails he didn't like. But you know what? That doesn't mean that I'm going to like this or like that.
From
It's
like,
like anybody telling me
Well,
anything.
we've already talked about that though, about personal opinions and about how we respect certain people's opinions.
Yes.
A lot of these influencers, I mean, honestly, I don't see why you would have that when they're completely fake. But Curtis, you were saying something earlier because you agree that they're a necessary evil necessarily. I want to even say evil. They're they're there and that they're useful in a way.
there's certain things like a lot of people don't live like we do. Like they have business trips, they have things like this. They're in a new
Mhm.
area.
Yeah.
They're there for a limited amount of time. They want to spend that time as comfortably and efficiently as possible. So if you were like, I want Persian food, I'm going to look and see who has the best rating for Persian food.
Yeah.
Who's the most consistent? How many reviews do they have? What is the star rating? How long have they been open?
Exactly.
All these
Yeah.
different factors should
Those are
be
all
part
factors,
of it.
and I like that. I like that aspect of what you're saying right there.
Because if you have thousands of reviews, just a few, even 100 food critics are not going to be able to destroy the reputation of that restaurant if they were all malicious.
Yeah.
You know?
Now,
if you,
This is what I think I was talking about earlier, though. Because remember, like how Yelp, and I was talking about how I think the day of like these, oh my god, this food critic is everything to me.
Yeah.
Their opinion is everything. Is kind of gone.
yeah.
Like there's no longer that. Now you have the
Yeah.
influencers and things like that. And
There's
it's
no
a lot
longer
more
the
spread out.
Ratatouille food critic.
Yeah,
the
you're not going to get a
turtleneck.
lot of that kind of stuff these days unless you're like at very, very high end.
and a lot of people that travel, I think they get it. Like before COVID, we got a lot of travelers, a lot of Europeans for business stuff. They would come through, maybe because we were a pub, but whatever it was.
Yeah.
But they would ask us, hey, what do you suggest in the area for dine and sit in for business meetings, for
Yeah.
just another bar in the area? Like they would ask locals.
Yeah.
That's a much more solid. Like I'll
Always.
always ask the staff, where
Yes.
should I go drink? Because
Yes.
the bar staff is
Yeah.
gonna know.
Yes.
Back to the hotels.
Those
episode.
are the people that are
Locals?
qualified.
Yes.
Because you deal with it on a day to day to
Yeah.
day.
Uh-huh.
That goes back to our hotels
Or you're
episode.
going there.
Mhm.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It goes back to our hotels
Every time I
episode.
check into a hotel, that's the first thing I ask is the concierge, the front desk. I'll even ask the people, the random hotel workers, hey, where do you go for lunch? Where do you go for this? If you had the day off, where would you go? And they always tell me, oh, you got to go try this place out. Bet that's where I'm going.
Boom, right there. Best
Mhm.
critics are the people that are there every day.
Yeah. But
And-
again, it's their opinion because I have taken the advice of some of them and I'm like, I should have went to that other restaurant. I should have went with what I wanted
But again,
to go
it's a
with.
risk. It's a risk you
It
take,
is,
but
it's
it's
a
a risk you
risk every
take no
time.
matter what.
That's the thing. Like even food critics are taking a risk when they go out and they go to a restaurant because it's not guaranteed that they're going to like it. It's just not. It may not be their flavor.
No,
You know?
but again, like that goes back to like the whole following people for their personal background, their personal
Yeah.
opinion, and our respect for them.
Yeah.
But
But
I
even
definitely,
Michelin stars,
I think
though.
that my favorite part about that though is like how the locals are the main and best way of figuring it out. Because yeah, you may not like it, but then and then you kind of already have an idea, and then you have a better idea of what you're looking for.
Yes.
And
I
so you
mean,
can kind
I
of come back to
agree
that concierge. You
I
can go
do.
back to talk to somebody else and be like, I really wasn't into that place.
Yep.
They're like, well, you know what? Actually, if you didn't like that, maybe try this.
Yeah.
This might be
Yeah.
more your speed. What happened? Oh, did you make another menu?
I asked it to make a last podcast on the left themed restaurant menu.
God
and was
damn
like,
Really? Man, okay, look, I love my hat. I
Skinwalker
love them.
skewers.
Fuck yeah. Okay, wait,
Cream
hold on.
dish.
pasta
ceviche.
calamari.
This actually is not a bad menu. Hold on. It was that heaven. Was that?
Meatloaf.
Keep looking at your hat, and I was like, oh, does
The
it
old
know what
game
last
burger.
podcast is? And it knows.
I love that. That's so fucking
LPOTL
cool.
mystery meal.
What does that mean?
Inspired by the mysteries covered on the
A multi-course
podcast.
meal inspired.
Come get a mystery meal.
The Baba Yaga PB&J. That's fucking cool. I like that.
It's all very cryptid, but yeah, all right.
No, some of it's scripted. Some of it was serial killer.
I kept looking at your hat. Does it? I wonder if it knows what LPTOL is.
I
Yeah.
bet it does, baby.
It does,
You
yeah.
know,
It do.
I'm sorry. I'm just a giant fucking fan.
Yes.
I am.
Zach is.
If you
So
if anybody from last podcast sees this, talking to you, Henry Zabrowski.
Yes. Please just
I
write
would
him.
love. I would
Please.
love. I would just really appreciate
He
it
does.
because I really do. I respect the hell out of you guys. I love everything
He
you do.
wouldn't
Got
care
the
if he was
book,
allergic
love
to your
it. I've
semen
seen
or
you
not.
live. I've got the shirt. I've got your underwear. I am weird. I am. We even have a Bigfoot episode. I mean, come on.
I get it. I'm wearing Linus Tech Tips underwear right now.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And
I'm not the only
and
one.
a cloak Markiplier shirt.
See, I could be fan.
I was
I
raised
could
by
be
YouTube.
fanboy. I mean, I can't wear my sexy bitch hat every day.
No.
Says who?
True.
That sounds
But-
like you need a tattoo.
Sounds like a lifestyle choice.
I would actually. I've actually thought about getting a last podcast tattoo. I don't know how we just completely derailed our whole
Oh, yeah.
fucking thing right now. But yeah, I've actually thought about getting Hailgene on.
Are we not critics ourselves, though?
No, that's a very good point. Aren't we?
We are
technically-
criticizing podcasts
Yeah.
now.
Aren't
I mean,
we
I'm not-
technically also kind of like
I'm
we
not
have our own
criticizing
opinions
them.
and we're putting those things out there?
I'm criticizing food
We
critics.
are. We're criticizing the service industry because it needs to be better. It's good, but it can always be better.
Oh,
and there's-
absolutely.
And the customers can be better.
We're
The
just
employees
giving
can be
you our
better.
point
The
of
owners can be
view.
better.
Yeah, we're giving you our point. We're giving you our experiences. Again.
Oh, you're getting the POV.
But we have
The whole
our
POV shot.
experiences
Oh God, now I
of
feel like I'm on Pornhub.
20 plus years. Oh my God.
We're gonna put these GoPros on our heads and just talk to each other. And
Yeah. What's up? How you doing?
Zach stares at his dick a lot.
I do.
Just staring at the old Johnson.
Oh,
Sometimes you just gotta wake up in the morning
That's why they call it keeping up with the
and
Johnsons.
goon. Sometimes you
I just
gotta
stare at
goon.
everybody's dick. That's what I do. That's why it's keeping up with the Johnsons. I'm keeping up. I'm making sure we're like, what's up? How you doing, Johnson?
Is your Johnson still? All right, hey, yep.
How you doing?
Is that your dick's first name or last name?
Dick Johnson.
Sorry, I was trying to catch up
Dick
with your
Johnson.
Johnson. I didn't catch
Yeah,
anything
mine's
you said.
Vic, by the way.
Sorry.
I've had my name.
Vic Johnson.
Vic the Dick.
Vic.
He's like a WWEF wrestler. It's more of a stage
Remind
name.
me to never let you have a pit bull.
Yeah.
Why?
I was about to do a whole. Never mind. He got to it first. You don't remember that?
No.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick and the whole. Oh, he got arrested for
Oh,
dogfighting.
yeah. That Atlanta football player guy, the quarterback
What?
guy.
Come on, y'all. No, Atlanta football players, get your shit together. You're making us
Which
feel bad.
really was fucked
also
up
win
'cause
something.
you guys say that was Michael
I don't
Vick,
even
but
watch
that
sport
wasn't
ball.
even Michael Vick. It just happened at his house. It was his fucking brother. So even if you were gonna hate on Michael Vick, you can't hate on him. He
That's-
just
all
got
right.
fucked up. And he spells his VICK. Mine's just VIC.
All right, then there's a good PSA.
Like the Vic Vapor Rub?
Yes. Now you're getting it. Go ahead.
All right.
Let it process. Let that marinate in there for all you
right,
fuckers.
That just tingles.
Vic the
That
Dick.
just-
You can add
I
Vic
used to
Vapor Rub to
masturbate with Vic
any
Vapor
culinary
Rub.
Ah, damn it. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Now we're just self-checking.
Yeah, so stop hating on that Michael Vick guy. Like, I'm
It's
also-
old news. I just brought it up.
It's
Yeah,
old news.
yeah.
It was a joke because it was topical.
Yeah.
Not really topical.
Oh,
I
like
don't
but it
give a
was
fuck
fine.
about Michael Vick's life.
I don't know
He
Michael
lives
Vick.
it. He lives it the way he wants to.
Yeah. I just was so surprised that fool got hated on like that. And then once you find out the full story, you're like, oh, he's not even a bad guy.
He got traded. Well, he did go to jail for it.
Yeah, that fool went to fucking jail for this shit.
Yeah.
He went to
Because it was
jail.
on his
He didn't go to
property.
prison.
Did he go to
No.
prison or did he not? When
I
I
think
looked
it
it
might
up,
have just been county.
I almost touched my face again.
I know, I
was
want to so
thumb
bad.
is ready. I'm like, ooh.
My nose itches so bad.
Oh gosh. Wait, where?
Michael Vick,
No, like
V-I-K?
inside.
Oh god, I can't get in there. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. You're my friend, man, but I'm not gonna pick your nose for you.
Right? You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
23 months in prison.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I
prison.
thought. He actually did go to prison.
He
Yeah,
pleaded guilty too.
yeah.
Yeah. Because it happened on his property.
But he
it was his house.
oh.
It was his house. He had to. There was too much evidence. It was on his house. It's the whole fucking shit of like, if
It's basically
you're the
you're a-
driver
you're
of
a
the car.
accomplice.
Yeah, yeah.
You
You
got
allowed it to
busted for being an
happen.
accomplice. Yeah,
Yeah.
you allowed it to happen. It was your property. If you shouldn't have had this happening,
Yeah.
and so now you're
Yeah.
busted.
Anyways,
Gotcha.
back to food critics.
Back to food.
Fuck
The
'em.
food critics. I'm not the biggest fan, but at the same time, like we were talking about, they are necessary. Let's just keep it. What does that say? What the fuck?
What are you reading?
Hold on. Wait a minute. I just noticed this too. What did you type?
Did Michael Vick go O prison?
Did Michael
Michael
Vick
Vick got O prison?
God,
oh prison?
Dude, I got to pee so
What
bad.
is happening?
I got a pee too.
Stop making me laugh.
Why?
Oh, jeez, man.
Oh my god! I don't know how this happens because I know you know how to read.
I know you know how to read. Apparently not tight,
Okay, dude, go piss, man. It's a fine.
No, I can make it.
What time are we at?
And get 45 minutes.
We're only at 45. Dude,
We
45
can
ain't
wrap
that
it
bad.
up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't bad.
We've bitched enough. I feel like
Yeah.
about the
critics.
industry.
We
If-
bitched
let's-
enough about the
let's-
people that bitch.
Let's wrap it up real quick so that wrap it up, giggity.
Yeah,
Just so that
Yeah,
way
right.
Curtis can go relieve himself.
yes. We're calling this one an end, boys. But food critics, you're out there, bless your heart.
And
If you're out there,
you know what?
Bless your heart.
And if you want to defend yourself,
And good afternoon.
if you want to defend yourself, if you got something you want to say, if you are a food critic, if you are an influencer, if you're anything like that, hit us up and let us know,
Let me know.
what your perspective is on this.
Yeah.
Because if I've got it all wrong, I'd like to know. I would
too.
really love to
Yes.
know. Like you can, like our
Yes.
Facebook is open. You guys can DM me. We have email set up for herdchef at eatingwhilestanding.com. There are multiple ways to reach us. Please let us know what's going on. Correct us if we're wrong. We'll do corrections. We have no problem. I have a lot of humility. I am a piece of shit with man boobs. I don't care. Let's go.
Yeah.
Just tell me.
Yeah, you know, like if you have a system down, if you're a food critic that has a system or some shit down, give us more knowledge about it. So
Yeah.
maybe we're uneducated about the Food Network or food
Critique.
critiques. Maybe you guys have a system down. Maybe
Yeah.
you guys are part of like a little group that get together and meet like book clubs. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I just know the ones that come in
I'll get you
and
some
I
ropes.
see them and they want the free food. They want to take pictures of their food and then they want to like say this, and this. And it's like, that's not how it always is.
Yeah.
And if you don't reach out, we're just going to assume you're self-absorbed and talk
Yeah.
more shit about you.
Pretty much, yeah.
You want to talk shit about me? I'll talk
You
shit
don't
about
have,
you.
you,
Let's
you have
go.
time to write a critique, but not time to send an email to herdchef@eatingwhilestanding.com. What are you doing, man?
Right.
You got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got YouTube. You're on the internet. Of course you are. You're writing critiques. So
Yeah,
what are
right.
you doing? What are you doing?
Apparently you own a computer too, bitch.
The next time you're on the toilet trying to send a tweet, send
Right.
it our way.
Now we're just intimidating you into doing
Yeah,
it.
right.
It's just kind of like,
I'm gonna
do it.
Bully you
Do
into
it.
fucking
What you
talking
gonna do?
shit.
What you gonna do?
What?
We come at you at every angle. But we don't need to
I
do
just touched my
critiques.
face again and I'm out of beer.
There you go, brother.
And that's what a friends is.
That's a friends.
Mm-hmm.
How many of us
Rainbow,
need
one more
them?
time.
Friends. How many of us got them?
All right, clocking out, y'all. Let this man piss.
Clocking out.
Love
too.
y'all,
Off the clock,
cuddles. Yay.
Schwiggity wiggity.
Schwiggity wig.